Hello friends. Welcome to my channel. In today's video we will discuss 9 red flags to look out for in a relationship. You might be familiar with the term red flag. Its meaning is one of caution, potential issues, warnings, and danger. Life tends to send us red flags. Some are blatantly obvious, and others are subtle hints. Either way, when we find a red flag in our lives, we should pay close attention. I have been given several red flags in my lifetime. Red flags in a guy or girl can be signs of narcissism, aggression, victimization, or even abusive behavior. By becoming aware of some common red flags, you can avoid getting involved in a toxic relationship. When you encounter relationship red flags, it's a good time to pause and reflect on the dynamic you really share with that person. People can be emotionally charged and ignore the red flags in the beginning or find a way to deceive themselves to lessen the impact because sometimes they just don't want to face reality. Other times, they just miss them if their picker is off or they lack boundaries. Sometimes, they only come into focus once the relationship is over. Here are 9 universal red flags in a relationship to look out that should set off alarm bells. Number 1. Avoid being overly emotional. There is nothing wrong with having or expressing feelings. But not using the right emotional regulation skills can cloud your judgment and trigger irrational responses. When tackling a difficult subject within your relationship, maintaining a calm mentality can help you reach a solution as effectively and kindly as possible. Number 2. Lack of communication. We all know that communication is a key pillar in any relationship. If your partner seems absent or like they're not listening to you while you're speaking or doesn't respond to your texts or messages, this is a sign that they are disconnected or distracted. Have a conversation to see if your different communication styles can be worked through with a little patience and understanding. Number 3. People pleasing. A partner bending over backwards to keep you happy in all aspects of your life may seem like a good thing, but it's actually not that great a trait after all. In fact, people-pleasing or sycophantic tendencies can very well be a relationship red flag. If someone is afraid to speak up for themselves, or they can't say no to other people, they might not be showing you the true version of themselves either. They may say they like things they don't simply because they're trying to make you happy. Or they may be pretending to agree with you, she continues, adding that ultimately, you might not get to know the real version of them if they're a people pleaser. Number 4. Extreme emotional reactions. If someone displays unmanageable emotions and easily flies off the handle, this is a serious red flag. Responding with uncontrollable rage or the silent treatment could point to abusive, physical or emotional, behavior in the future. On the other hand, a lack of empathy may mean they're void of emotion and care. In other words, you want someone whose emotions are in control and appropriate for the situation. Number 5. Verbal or physical abuse. Any form of violence or dangerous behavior is an immediate red flag. Disagreements are inevitable in any relationship, but if things escalate to any form of abuse, verbal, physical, emotional, it's important to remove yourself. Number 6. Controlling behavior. A controlling partner doesn't trust you or the decisions you make. Be aware if your partner starts to limit your social interactions, setting restrictions on who you're allowed to see and when. Keeping you away from your friends and loved ones can be a safety concern and form of manipulation. Some jealousy here and there can be harmless, and it is pretty common in a relationship. However, if your partner starts to become possessive or controlling of your plans, what you wear, who you hang out with, or isolates you from your friends and family, this can be a serious sign of emotional abuse down the line. Number 7. Inability to resolve conflict. People that avoid conflict might think they are protecting the relationship from ruin. But in the end, it only results in long-winded passive aggression. As uncomfortable as it can be, embracing constructive conflict is a crucial element of all relationships. Without productive conflict, serious matters can never be resolved. This can lead to resentment and wasted energy. Number 8. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a common manipulation tactic and a red flag in any relationship. It is an insidious form of emotional abuse in which the manipulator will make you question your own sanity or judgments. Victims of gaslighting are made to feel guilty regardless of whether or not they did anything wrong. Gaslighting is a clear red flag in any relationship. Gaslighting is a form of manipulation meant to leave you feeling insecure and questioning your sanity, so trust your gut if something feels wrong and leave the relationship. Number 9. Inability to communicate openly. One red flag in a guy or girl can be the lack of desire to communicate openly. Communication does not come easily for everyone. Feelings of confrontation, vulnerability, or losing control can all deter individuals from speaking out. But if your partner is unwilling to try and communicate, this could potentially be a red flag. We might want to believe that these red flags don't mean anything, but the truth is that early in every relationship, people show us exactly who they are, and it's our choice whether to pay attention or not. What I want to reinforce is that we ignore these warning signs at our own peril. We have more power and more choice in our relationships than we might think we have. We are equipped to recognize at an early stage the signs that the other person isn't going to make us happy, and we're able to act on what we see, preventing a whole lot of grief down the road. Yes, we might be totally infatuated with this person. Maybe we find them irresistibly attractive, intriguing and charming. Maybe we're desperate to believe that it can work between us. But we need to face the truth about this person now, when the stakes are at their lowest and before we've invested so much time, energy, and love into a futile or damaging relationship. It's disappointing to walk away from a first or second date and realize that this person is an unsuitable match. Maybe it's extremely disappointing. But it's going to be that much more disappointing to allow ourselves to get hurt in a relationship, yet again. Instead of seeing the red flags as something to fear or avoid, we need to be grateful for this early warning system. It's our best chance of protecting ourselves from yet another bad relationship.